Hello, and welcome to my Let's Play of Rio Valley. Rio Valley is a new RPG, a first RPG from Emotion Spark Studio, published by Owlcat Games. I am a big fan of Owlcat, so I want to give Rio Valley a try. It seems pretty interesting. It stylistically looks like a Disco Elysium successor game, but from what I know, it is a time loop adventure game, maybe more adventure, less RPG, about escaping the time loop and about a severely... I'm not sure if mentally ill is the correct term here, but maybe severely anxious and depressed man. I have played the demo of the game before, which covers about an hour up to actually the start of the time loop, but we'll see how this goes. So, let us begin a new game. Disclaimer: we do not support the use of unprescribed, purple or otherwise, medication for mental health and warn you to avoid such things in real life. Understand? Define character personality. So, we have three axes: decisional, social, and emotional. And we start in the good state in all of them. Initially, we are resolute. You feel neither calculated nor impulsive, but alert and confident. If only you could stay in this state of perfect focus. Ambiverted. You are neither introverted nor extroverted, and you feel equally fine completely alone as you do surrounded by a huge crowd of people. And mindful. You are aware of emotions and don't pretend they're not important, but you won't let them overwhelm. But we have to spend our personality points, and they make us worse. If we go, for example, full impulsive, we are... Is it always resolute? Okay, resolute is just the center state. If we go full impulsive, you are so extremely heedless and restless, you probably won't finish reading this sentence. Or if we are all calculated, they might call you too calculated. But what if they're only saying it to confuse you? What's in it for them? Better think it over. So, I guess I will try to sort of vaguely model, I think his name is Eugene Harrow? Something like that. I think I will try to model Mr. Harrow after myself a bit. I would probably say I'm more calculated. Well, not really calculated, but rather not impulsive. And you know, you're pretty calculated. You're often overthinking stuff and are generally very cautious. So we have 9 points in total. Also, each axis has 2 traits. And they are both negative. So we have indecisive or paranoid. I think I would say I am probably more paranoid than indecisive. This is probably the trickiest axis because I don't... Well, I cannot say I much like being in crowds of people. I don't have good experience at parties, or go to the parties, I suppose. But I am not socially inept. In fact, weirdly enough, the best feedback I've been consistently receiving at work is that I have good social skills. So that's a bit odd. And let's go with awkward, rather than secretive. You're quite introverted, but you still enjoy being in crowds sometimes. You could be considered a crowd, right? And there is one for every step, but I don't want to read all of them. And emotional. I would probably say I'm more indifferent than sensitive. So we have a choice of cynical and unkind. Have to say, I guess maybe let's go with cynical. You're quite indifferent, and you've been told that you act like you're divorced from any emotion. But you never really thought of yourself as a cold, uncaring person. And let's wake up. (8 p.m.) The frenetic sound of a sultry old clock. The frenetic sound of a century-old clock nudges you back to the present. The stale air perfectly complements the image of the old motel room.
Still with me, Mr. Harrow?
Traits. Your personality traits determine your dialogue option. Some options will only be available if you have a certain trait, while others might be blocked by the same trait. Remember, traits are neither good nor bad. They are a crucial part of role-playing a character with a real personality. The doctor takes off his glasses, freeing his bushy eyebrows. I sort of spaced out. What was that again? He smiles.
No worries, Mr. Harrow. I'm aware that you may be experiencing a slight lack of motivation right now.
Slight. We are experiencing a total lack of motivation. It's not that you don't want to do all sorts of things. It's more like you lack the capacity to even initiate most of them. What is left of you is a creature driven by its basic needs and quirks, which limits our interactions. Red ribbons on the character portrait show the status effects your character currently has. Status effects have a negative impact on your personality and dialogue options. Okay, so maybe they're all negative. Light lack of motivation, more like total lack of motivation. You'd rather stay in bed all day, instead of attending this farce that they call therapy in the middle of nowhere.
And we'll surely be coming back to this condition of yours later during our sessions.
Personality. Your personality is represented in this part of the screen. It shows your personality axis that you defined during character creation, as well as the trait that you chose. Select a trait to see what it is and what it does.
But for now, I just want you to acknowledge its existence and try to stay aware of it at all times, if possible.
So our traits are paranoid. You shouldn't trust them. But keep in mind, you shouldn't trust me either. Most of all, you shouldn't trust yourself. I probably feel more paranoid than whatever other trait there was. I am frequently thinking that everyone probably hates me and doesn't want to talk to me or be around me. Awkward. Sometimes people expect you to say something or do something, so you try. Cringe. Cynical. You're not the problem, the world is. Short on sincerity, long on self-interest. Period. But for now, alright, he already said it. Silence befalls the room, a muffled clanging sound from outside only making the moment more uncomfortable. I'm fine.
That's good to hear. Now, in order to keep us focused, I always limit the session length to exactly 1 hour, hence the alarm. However, since this is your first session, I'll allow a few questions, if there's anything.
Can't you simply state that I'm fine so we can both move on with our lives?
Mr. Harrow.
He looks you straight in the eye. You know very well that it is out of the question. To dismiss you right at the start would be negligence on my part, to say the least. Besides, I am your therapist now, and when I see a person in need, I cannot ignore that. Not professionally, not personally. He looks away, stern-faced.
I've never let a client down, and I'm not about to start now.
Okay, so the game is not actually fully voiced. That's a bit sad, but that's fine.
Any other questions?
Sad not in the sense that I do not like reading. I personally like reading quite a bit, but if it was voiced, would make things easier on me as a Let's Player. But it's fine. I would rather have richly written games without voice acting than small games with voice acting. Why do we have to do this here, in the middle of nowhere?
It may be hard to understand the need for isolation at first, but my methods require complete divergence from the client's regular way of life, as well as temporary distancing from their social groups and circles.
That I would be really wary of. The isolation is generally the sign of abusive and cultic relationship, not of a healthy and healing one.
This place is ideal in that regard. However, it's understandable that you need a period of adaptation to both this idea and to your new surroundings. That's also why I haven't asked you to hand over your phone yet. But please don't be alarmed. We'll talk about everything in due time. Anything else?
Is another session really necessary? I was hoping this would be a one-time thing.
Mr. Harrow, your case is not to be underestimated. We need to assess the situation carefully.
Your case. Not so long ago, nobody cared about what you do. Yet now, suddenly your business is everyone's business.
This first session is more for you to get acquainted with me and my methods. We have a long road ahead of us.
He glances at the clock. Almost too fast for you to notice.
All right then. That's it for today.
Through the door, you hear that sound again.
You should go and check in at the office. Your room is probably ready by now.
Okay. Thanks, Doc.
Give me my coffee, you jerk!
Next to you is the source of the clangs you heard from the inside. A young woman beating up an old vending machine.
Spit it out already!
Well, clearly she has some anger issues. Double-click to run. Cool. The machine wheezes in suffering. Here we can hit tab to light things up. Let's see how she's doing. She's pounding the life out of the poor machine. We cannot talk to her due to our total lack of motivation. Would she be here for therapy as well? Who knows? But unlike you, she definitely looks like she needs it. Poor woman, she should consult with a real professional, not a charlatan like Dr. Fink. Maybe she just needs someone willing to listen to her. Why don't you say hello? See if you could help somehow. Or is that too much to ask right now? Yeah, sorry, we are not in the state for that. Someone's car, possibly ours. It's your car. Sad and miserable, just like you. Hey, bucket. It's a mop with a bucket. Yay!
Give me my coffee, you jerk!
The keycard lock feels out of place. Too modern for a door this old and battered.
Spit it out already!
A fire extinguisher. For some reason, this fire extinguisher reminds you of that old pop song. I'm burning inside day and night. Bring me the hose. But keep your distance. Safety first, alright? Turn me into a landslide. Chill only you can provide. But keep your distance. Safety first, alright? Unprovoked and for no real reason, you just turned a popular pop song into a public safety announcement. One does have to wonder how you kept your job. You should thrive in it. Truly astonishing.
Come on, you thief!
All you can think about is keeping your distance. Safety first, right?
I'll break you open if I
That gleaming new lock protects nothing but silence on the other side. Looks uncomfortable. Plastic bottles, some empty, some half empty. A partially eaten breakfast, some old clothes, torn and faded, all covered in a mixture of grease and spoiled orange soda. Amid this murky pool, you catch a glimpse of your own face. We cannot smudge the reflection with our foot. We can stomp on the distorted image in the puddle. Splash! Hundreds of tiny ripples form in the puddle, but instead of obscuring your identity, even more details of your face emerge. Decades worth of new wrinkles appear, and the poignant expression of a man lost in time becomes even more apparent. The longer you look, the more you see it, the reflection of your inner self. That's not what's inside me. Define a step into the puddle, and onto your stomach. How are you going to get our socks wet and be sad forever? Oh, we do get our socks wet and get sad forever. Okay. Disguised by... your left foot is trapped in a clammy prison. Its nauseating dampness blocking your attempt to move and seeping deeper into your very being with every other step you make. Disgusted by moist foot, twitching sound while walking. As you stand still in the middle of the smelly puddle, the liquid stock slowly sneaks through your left shoe and into your sock, while your reflection reverts to a calm no. Just great. Well, I guess thank God for the time loop, because that probably means we will not have to live with a bad stock for much longer. And that fly sound was really loud, so I would like to make it quieter. Yeah, I guess that's better. Let's see what else we have. Rue Valley Motel. Free Wi-Fi, AC, phone, clean rooms, cable TV, vending machine. The sign is hard to miss, even from a distance. You approach the motel. You felt like a moth being lured in by a flame. If only you had known what this place had in store, you'd have stepped on the gas and never looked back. Maybe it was my destiny to come here. So, Paige just grabbed you by the collar, dragged you to Rue Valley. Come on, how about owning up to your choices? Damn, even the narrator is talking shit to us. The sun still burns as bright as it was in its zenith, its heat absorbed by asphalt. Setting off on foot would be as pointless as your dreams. You'll need a car to get anywhere. Set the road for a while. Feeling of longing and restlessness starts to well up inside you. You can't help but wonder what lies beyond the horizon, beyond the limits of this suffocating desert. But even if you weren't trapped here, you wouldn't go. You may long for the sense of adventure that comes with being on the road, but all you can do is stand and stare, and wish for what could have become of the young man that you once were, a long time ago. There. Eugene is really not doing well. Right, Transformer. The Transformer is buzzing softly. Good for the Transformer. Okay, the other exit. A bus stop. No bus until tomorrow. And I assume another uncomfortable bench here. We cannot examine the bicycle. We'll get to that later. Room number 1. Looks like there is nobody inside. It's coiled like a sleeping serpent. Well, let's get our key. All the attention of the girl behind the counter is occupied by the ongoing phone.
Yes, Rue Valley Motel. Our Coral Destiny internet antenna is down?
She says to the person on the other end of the line. Let's try to get your attention. Alas, we are not in the correct state. It's best to let her make the first move. She'll soon notice you on her own, and the phone call, and ask if she can help. That's what receptionists are supposed to do. Pretend to look at the leaflet laying on the desk, and hope she will address you eventually. You grab a leaflet and stare through it, mentally preparing for the imminent conversation. You either manage to look like you are really here for the leaflets, or she simply doesn't care.
No, the repair tech already came yesterday. Said the internet will be up by noon today.
She says to the person on the other side of the call. After a dozen anxiety-filled seconds, you finally realize she's not about to cut your call short just because you happen to show. Well, because we are awkward, move away from the reception desk and stop invading her personal space. Killing time. Time in the game does not progress outside of dialogue, so in order to wait until certain events happen, you need to find a way to kill time. Usually, you can do that with various items and interactions around you. For example, reading a book, scrolling through your phone, or just chilling in a cozy chair. What do we have here? A list of rules. You can be bothered with that right now. Oh, we can go in the back. Stacked like bunk beds, all past their bedtime. A lot of random boxes in all shapes and sizes. Some of them are labeled bin. One says documentation. Cannot do anything about it.
Yes, I have rebooted the modem.
This piece screams hotel chic, glaringly out of place here.
Our guests don't have Wi-Fi, the credit card machines are dead. We
Too
can't
conveniently
access
placed, like bait for whoever's next to stumble.
Listen, I know what
Paper
you're talking
hangs,
about.
papers
Your
hang,
tech said
stabbed
it
like
was
warnings,
fixed.
each curling as if trying to escape. Let us spell DIY experiment louder than they do Lemmy.
I want the internet.
Once an all-in-one tech model, now a bulky groaning relic of buttons and paper
Coral
gems.
Destiny antenna, Rue Valley Motel. Oh, case number?
Let's sit down. A chair is not a bed, but let's be honest, it's better than that. We can mess with our phone while we wait. The phone bleeps to life with a lock screen that is obviously years old. If it wasn't a collection of pixels, it must be musty with age and neglect. And we can play a quick match of hyper-casual protagonist until she finishes the call. The first wave of tiny bow-tie-wearing antagonists appears on your phone screen. Okay, maybe let's bring other audio down a bit too. Like, I'm not sure which one that would be. Is it ambient volume? Who knows? I guess I'm supposed to squash them all. I and continue squashing them. And time passes. As your mind spins around the absurdity of this game, and while your fingers roam aimlessly across the screen, a group of tiny bow-tie-wearing antagonists gather near the pile of boxes at the bottom of the screen. Let's tap the pile of boxes. Absolutely nothing happens. The little guys keep gathering around. Keep squashing them. As soon as you're about to get the one with the goatee, a slightly larger antagonist with a monocle and a pocket watch enters the area. Try to understand what's going on. You stare at the bunch of random characters on the screen, but the sense of it all escapes you. Why are they gathering around that pile of boxes? Let's tap the pile of boxes again? Absolutely nothing happens. Again, they just keep gathering around. Tap on the big guy. You press your finger against the monocled watchman, maybe a bit too hard. The tip of your finger slips, and you almost drop your phone. You look at the screen after your heart almost skipped a beat, and see that the whole screen is taken up by bold fat letters 3. Temporal disruption. What the hell is going on? The letters disappear, and you notice that the whole screen is full. The antagonists gathered around the pile of boxes stand still in their weirdest poses. Look if there is anything different on the screen. There is! A small timer at the edge of the screen is ticking down, and it's gone. The screen comes alive for a split second. The antagonists unfreeze and continue to antagonize the pile of boxes. And before you get the chance to do anything, the whole phone fades to black. Out of the blackness, disappointing red letters appear. Protagonists defeated. Quit the game. With a quick swipe and finger flick, the game is gone, and you're back staring at your old wallpaper. Minutes pass, but the phone call is still not at its end.
The text said it'd be up by noon today, but it's 8 p.m. now.
He complains to the person on the other side of the call. Let's stand up. Can we try to talk to her now?
Yes, your colleagues already suggested I reboot the modem. I even tried a backup router.
He says to her conversation partner, clearly a note. Nope. You still feel like you're eavesdropping on the girl's personal conversation by standing at the reception desk. Now let's check out the leaflets. A picture of a huge rocket and a group of people in red jumpsuits cheering with bottles of water. Above it all, the Coral Destiny logo. Look at the other side. A picture of an endless desert. The caption at the bottom reads, "Free bottled water for the people of Rue Valley, courtesy of Coral Destiny, your favorite space agency." Nothing is really free. Nothing ever is. Beware. Let's take the leaflet. Items you picked up are presented here while not in dialogue. You can select them and interact with them, or some items will show more information on their icon. For example, availability of internet connection on your phone or battery life. And that's all we can do.
Physical
So,
antenna. Yes. On the
okay.
roof.
Our phone is fully charged, but has no Wi-Fi. Let's read the leaflet to kill some time. Until she finishes the call. You start to read the tiny letters that contain everything you're not interested in. It reminds you of times you forgot your phone while going to the bathroom, and were forced to read blurbs from cleaning products and air fresheners. I can't even imagine what people had to go through before smartphones were invented. Yeah, and how about before cleaning products and air fresheners? Consider yourself lucky that you have a small piece of literature with rockets and spacemen. Read on. At Call of Destiny, we believe innovation should serve the everyday needs of the communities around us. That is why we proudly provide fresh, purified bottled water, completely free of charge, to the residents of View Valley. Delivered regularly and held to the highest quality standards, our water is just one example of how we are committed to a healthier, brighter future right here on Earth. Yawn. Your eyes keep reading, but the information doesn't reach your brain. Nevertheless, time begins to pass. The small leaflet can only keep you occupied for a short while. The receptionist is still arguing with the internet service provider, and you're getting restless. She responds to the person on the other end. Alright, then let's go to the window.
What do you mean it's settled? I need the internet. Could you...
The relentless dirt has smudged and stained the glass. Beyond is the endless flat of the desert. Its vastness is hypnotizing. Stare through the window to pass some time. Until she finishes the call. Beyond the empty parking lot, there is only barren desert, stretching for as far as the eye can see. Its emptiness is drawing you in. You hear the receptionist mutter, as if answering some unasked question of yours. And then, you notice small patches of green hidden in the sand. It seems there is always something to be found in nothingness, if you stare at it long enough. Contemplate this profound insight. Is nothingness just an illusion? Emptiness, but a result of failure to find those little somethings hiding deep inside. Is it possible to find something even inside the most hollow thing, only by observing it over and over again, until something eventually appears? Eugene Harrow discovers Buddhism. The possibility unsettles you, but at the same time, your mind seems to lock itself down, unable or unwilling to continue. So you stay in this clinch, unwilling to discard the third, but unable to proceed. After a while, the window stops being interesting. Time goes by, and the girl at the reception desk is still talking.
Miss Heard? No, she said Sunday noon. I wrote it down. I'm not... Sunday or later? That's... No. This is such a waste of time.
Finally, the girl hangs up, ending the forever call.
Hi, can I help you? I would have hung up earlier if I knew you were waiting for me. You're too quiet.
I didn't want to interrupt.
Oh, that's so sweet of you.
Do not reinforce our horrible traits. Please do not.
Okay, let's get you into your room. So, number 6. That's the last one on the second floor. Everything's ready for you. And...
She raises her hand, holding a piece of blue and red plastic.
this is your key card.
Thank you. Reach toward the keycard. You stretch your arm politely, hoping she'll hand you the card. But she's completely ignoring your gesture and is excitedly waving it around.
Oh, I see you're confused by this. You were expecting an old-fashioned key, weren't you? Well, we've decided to modernize for a number of reasons.
Keycards are great. She nods in response, but then continues as if you haven't said anything.
Actually, one reason, to be perfectly honest, the guests just kept on losing their keys. It was exhausting, and my dad didn't like the cost of replacing so many locks.
Take a deep breath, roll your eyes, and wait for her to finish. She is entirely unperturbed by our lack of interest. After some time, you come back to reality, only to find her still talking.
How great it. It makes my life so much easier.
She takes a deep breath, planning to continue, but a notification sound from her phone interrupts her. She immediately grabs the phone, smiles, and starts typing a message, as if she suddenly forgot she was talking to you. But after a few seconds, she puts the phone down and hands you the key.
So, here's your key card, and I'll need your signature here.
You put some kind of document on the counter. Read the documents first. They won't get you this way. And don't forget the small print.
Oh, are you a lawyer, perhaps?
She interrupts you curtly. No, Not really. She's right. You're not a lawyer, so who are you kidding? Just sign the damn document and prepare for the unknown consequences. Sign the document begrudgingly.
Thank you for your trust, sir.
She says with a barely visible smirk.
I'm here if you need anything. Enjoy your stay.
Bye. Okay, well, problem
How can
solved.
I help you, Mr. Harrow?
Nothing we can say. A simple keycard with the Rio Valley Motel and Room 6 printed on it. Okay. We are done here. Let's go to our room. Did the banging girl finish? Yes, she has. An old vending machine bleached by years in the sun. Let's go and finally relive. We have another fire extinguisher, and not our door. A door marked with the number 5. A stocky man in his 50s opens the door. Yes? Sorry, wrong door. Why? You kind of look like a whiter version of Dr. Fink. No problem. The paint is peeling from the wood of the door, but the number 6 is new, shiny, and chrome. Let's try that. You press the knob and push the door, half expecting it to work. It's locked. What about now? Still locked. Unlock the door with your keycard. A tiny green dot of light shows up near the knob. The door is unlocked. Alright, our room. We have a bathroom, we have stuff. They're fogged with spots that no rinse cycle could erase. The red digits sting like a fresh cut. Half appliance, half fossil, stubbornly resisting the march of time. A list of rules. You can't be bothered with that right now. Hundreds of strangers have slept in this bed, leaving behind flakes of dead skin. Still, you can't wait to jump into the sheets and contribute to the collection. Unfortunately, between you and the object of your desire, on the folded sheets lies a dusty suitcase. Your suitcase, the smallest one you own. I can't deal with this now. Put it away. Yeah, it's such a chore. But if you don't open it, how will you replace your damp sock with a dry one? The more you prolong it, the worse it will get. If you don't unpack now, it'll feel even harder and more pointless to do it later. Step by step, a simple act of unpacking will become an insurmountable burden, and even thinking about it will make you feel weak and pointless. And powerless. Do you really want to trudge back down into the deep black pit, accompanied by the squishing sound of your wetsuit? Alright, let's open the suitcase and just get it done already. There is not much in the suitcase. Spare clothes, a phone charger, a toothbrush, and a couple of other items. You really weren't planning on staying here long. Well, you better see if they have laundry facilities. Sessions, Dr. Fink said. Days, or weeks, months even? Let's unpack the suitcase. Success! I'm still not sure how that check system works, because I assume it checks if you are in a certain range, but what exactly that range is supposed to be is unclear to me. You replace the Moshi sock with a driver, plug in your phone charger above the bedside cabinet, put your spare clothes in the closet, your slippers next to your bed, and your toothbrush in a cup under the bathroom mirror. And now that the suitcase has been dealt with, this motel room is officially your home. It'll do. That's the spirit. Alright. I guess let's go check the bathroom. It gleams like new, but it sweats rust from every seam. Hiding in its grim corner, bristles ready, dreading the next indignity. This toilet looks horrible. Please clean it. For the love of God. It just hangs there, carefree. Smug and unbothered by the filth, probably because it's empty. There are so many dark patches that this can barely be called a mirror. Full cup holds your implements of oral hygiene. Let's brush our teeth. You grab the toothbrush from the cup. First, wet your toothbrush because we are not a psychopath. As soon as you turn on the tap, a horrible smell fills your nostrils. It's like there is a plumbing issue in hell, and all that blocked sewage is feeding directly into this water. Okay, and we get an achievement, tap out. Then you see the water streaming out of the tap. It's a robust shade of jet black mixed with chunks of silt. We are not going to brush our teeth with that. I changed my mind. I'm not touching that water. Okay. The tap lets out a sad squeal. Look at the mirror. The mirror's splotches make interesting patterns on your face. They conceal a dark circle here, a mole there, a patch of wrinkles. I know that face too well. No need to discern every little detail. Truth be told, you prefer not to look at it. Okay, let's go. Let's try and get some rest. Despite the tight sheets and crisp-looking pillows, the bed reeks of dust and age. Crawl into the bed. That is quite the movement. Also take your shoes off, you sick fuck. Why are Americans like this? Take your shoes off when you enter. It's horrible. It creaks and squirms as you crawl into it. You try to make yourself comfortable, but the already soft mattress swallows you up. As soon as your head touches the rough pillow, though, tiredness overwhelms you. Coming to this nowhere motel to attend therapy you don't need has drained you both physically and mentally. You're desperate to get some help, yet after weeks of wakeful nights, you know it won't come that easily. Well, let's... What do we do? I guess let's check out the leaflet again. We cannot read it. Alright. In that case, just close your eyes and hope sleep will come. Messing with your phone is not going to help you sleep. Your ears are pierced by a ringtone that you swore to change years ago. Check who's calling. The screen simply reads, unknown number. You feel betrayed by your own phone masking the identity of the mysterious caller. Answer the phone.
Hello, sir. Am I speaking with Eugene Harrow?
Yes, you are. The line crackles heavily, as if the man is speaking from the distant past. Who wants to know?
My name is Percy Rugger, and I'm a senior sales executive at Ulterior Paralegal Exploits Consultancy. We'd like to offer our help regarding your case.
Ulterior, like ulterior motives? Ulterior Paralegal Exploits Consultancy.
Ulterior, Mr. Harrow, with an umlaut. And please don't let the name fool you. We are the most respectable yet cutting-edge agency, which means we work on the edge of, but still inside, the established legal framework. In fact, we are the leader in our field.
Definitely not sus.
Now, if my information is correct, you have recently been unjustly forced to participate in treatment which, in our opinion, may have consequences not aligned with your best interests.
Are you referring to my psychotherapy here in Rue Valley?
Mr. Harrow, let me be frank with you. I have no idea where this true valley of yours is, but we will work together to put an end to this undue response to your, well, unique situation. I mean, we have only known each other for a couple of minutes, and I can already see what a strong-willed individual you are. You know what you want, and nothing will stop you from getting it.
Okay, this guy's really laying it on thick. Unless this is some sort of paranormal occurrence, this smells like a scam.
So I presume you're ready for the next step in our cooperation?
All right.
Now that's what I like to hear. Eugene, Mr. Harrow, you truly are a man of action. I'll write down your general consent here and forward your case to my colleagues in our paralegal department. They'll contact you shortly. Well, Mr. Harrow, it was a colossal pleasure talking with you. Tschüss!
Okay, Deutschmann. Before you have a chance to say anything, the phone line is already dead. But at least now you know you're not the only one who realizes the absurdity of this mandated psychotherapy. Close your eyes again. And as your mind begins to drift, reality fades away. For a precious moment, there is only darkness and silence. But your mind refuses to calm down, and soon your thoughts start chasing each other in circles. Mind map, memories. This is your mind map. It is a representation of all the memories you have and how they are connected. When a new memory is available, you can recall it by selecting and activating it. Once the memory is activated, it can open dialog choices in relation to that memory. Okay, what do we have? Vending machine vandal. The image of the young woman flashes before your mind's eye. She's punching and kicking the old vending machine. Could she be here for therapy as well? Ignore her. It is what it is. You have nothing to do. Just the bare minimum. Okay. What else do we have? Robin Fleming. From the blur of half-formed memories and impressions, an image of the receptionist emerges. You are desperately trying to catch her attention, but she's completely ignoring the ongoing phone call. Pretend to look at the leaflets laying on the desk and hope she will address you eventually. What a pathetic attempt at acting. Were you a bad actor on purpose, hoping she'd take pity on you? The motel receptionist is a very talkative girl. Her name is Robin Fleming. You see yourself lying in the bed in your new motel room, holding your phone next to your right ear.
My name is Percy Rucker, and I'm a senior sales executive at Ulterior Paralegal Exploits Consultancy. We'd like to offer our help regarding your case.
Ulterior Paralegal Exploits Consultancy. Sounds like a legit organization, don't you think? You received a phone call from Percy Rucker, a senior sales executive at Ulterior Paralegal Exploits Consultancy. And Gideon Fink. Out of these swirling images, the bushy eyebrows of your new psychotherapist emerge, bouncing up and down as he talks.
Still with me, Mr. Harrow?
I sort of wandered off. What was that again? You can't stay in the real world for 1 second, can you? At least you admit it. You have survived the first session with your psychotherapist, Dr. Fink, something. As your consciousness keeps spinning around, the carousel of recent experiences warps into a single vision, suspended between sleep and waking. You find yourself staring at the smallest suitcase you own, perched on rumpled motel sheets. Everything is packed: clothes, phone charger, toothbrush, and a couple of other items. I'm ready to go home. As you reach for the handle, you notice a toothless gap, as if the suitcase forgot to fully exhale. Then the gap widens just a little, and something shifts inside. The suitcase jerks. Better shut it tight first. But the suitcase feels too alive. With a loud hiss, the seam splits and a snake's head appears, lidless eyes fixed on yours. Then, more hisses follow, and more snakes emerge. liquid as death and cold as oil. Their bodies twist into knots, ready to spill all over the sweaty sheets. Close it! Close it! You slam the lid down. The latch snaps shut, silencing the hisses. For now. I need to check it out. Let's bring the suitcase along. Nobody will notice. As you descend the stairs, the midday heat pricks your neck with sweat, and the suitcase shifts slightly in your grip. Better not think about it. It's just clothes, phone charger, toothbrush, and a couple of other items. You enter the reception area. No one's here, and even the AC is turned off. The air is hostile and heavy. I can't wait here, it's too hot. On a desk, a stack of pristine checkout forms sits beside a pen. Perhaps you can just do it yourself. Yeah, let's get this over with. Fill out the form. Name, date of birth, length of stay. But a single mischievous drop of ink escapes the pen and begins swelling into a plot. A puddle, a pond spreading across the form, and as the sweat spreads across your shirt. I need to write faster. But the ink is faster yet, and soon it consumes everything you have written. Flash another form and start over. You slap the new form over the old one. The blood seeps upward. Your sweat drips downward. The paper becomes a battleground of stains. Your tongue feels swollen, your throat dry. It's no use, just keep writing. You write all the words in black on a completely black paper and sign it in black. Not your fault after all. We did what you could. Now it's time to leave and find something to drink. Get out already. The parking lot shimmers in heat, asphalt soft underfoot. Across it, the vending machine glows like a mirage, its glass fogged with condensation. Insert coin, press button. The machine hums, light flickering, but no bottle comes out. Insert coin, press the button. You drop another coin. Clink. Press. Hum. Still nothing. Insert coin, press the button. The word narrows to the clink of metal. The press of your finger, the machine's empty whir. Maybe this time it'll work. The checkout. Dream. You tried to leave this damn motel and all the therapy nonsense behind, but everything kept falling apart. We do not have enough willpower to remember this dream. Don't worry. It wasn't even a real memory. But it is an embodiment of my feelings. Or maybe it is a prophecy. Or like random neural activity in your brain, synapses sparking from nothing. Let's forget about it. I just know it's important. Could be, but are you strong enough to remember it? Brave to confront it? Not yet. Vroom vroom. The sound of a car engine and screeching tires urges you to open your eyes, bringing you back to miserable reality once again. Your head is still spinning in a whirlwind of uncontrollable thoughts. Your nostrils pick up a curious smell of dust, and your throat is as dry as a desert. Status effects modifiers. Some status effects can have a greater impact on your personality. Thirsty, for example, nudges you just 1 point toward the impulsive side. But some other status effects have a much greater influence, and in some cases drastically change the personality you define in character creation. Thirsty. Your throat is as dry as the desert. You're parched, dehydration ensues. Ensues. Your body is short on liquid acids. Can't focus, +1 impulse. It was foolish to hope you'd fall asleep. Let's get up and find some water. We are of course not drinking from the tap, we saw how horrible that is. But also, this is where we are going to end our game. As it's been quite some time, and we can continue next time. This seems like a good place. So, Thank you for watching, everyone, and have a good day. Goodbye.